Hey everybody, this is Aristotle Daskal from GoStartup.io. In this video, I want to talk to you just one single word that if you change, it's going to make an amazing shift in the results that you have when you're talking to potential customers. Now, I'm talking about the situations earlier in your product, in your business, maybe when you're having customer interviews, or even later on when you're trying to sell to your customers. So this word is why. Now, you probably already know, and if you've already done customer interviews, you know the technique that is 5 whys or 7 layers deep or root cause analysis, where you have to ask about 5 times, between 5 and 7 times why. You have to ask the other person why, in order for you to get to the root of the problem, to the core problem and the impact that it's having on their lives, in order for you to really build rapport and really get to what they really need, so that later on you can build exactly the product that addresses that problem. And not only that, but when you're going to sell them, you're going to go again using their answers that they gave to you. So that's why the answer to those questions are very, very important. Now, I want to tell you about 3 things related to this shift. The first of them is asking why is something that may relate, in most cases, may remind the person that you're talking to about a negative associations. When people usually ask each other why, we tend to associate with critique. We tend to associate with something negative. When in our childhood and later on in our teenage years, and when the parents have been talking to us, and most of the times when people ask why, they usually ask in a context when they're blaming them for something or they're criticizing them for something. Why did you have to do that? Why did you do that? I told you so many times not to do it. So even if we want to really find out the answer, like what's driving that person to have that certain behavior, to take those certain actions, just using the word why may close them up and make them feel attacked and make them feel criticized. So instead of using the word why, a better approach is to use what made you do something or what triggered for that to happen. So using what. Now, so the first reason for you to change from why to what, or what triggered that to happen, or something that starts with what, the first reason for that is so they don't feel criticized and instead to build rapport. Now, the second reason for which is very important to make this switch is because when you use a question instead of why didn't you have success applying lean methodology or something like that in your business, and instead of that, say what made it hard for you, or what made it difficult, or what made it inefficient for you when you applied lean methodology. When you say what, the focus falls not on them, but the focus becomes the problem behind it. And you're already basically pushing them towards the problem. You're already making them think about the problem behind it, instead of making them a very open question, and they have to start thinking about what does why mean, like, right? You're guiding them towards a problem. It's a step forward that you're basically doing and directing them to find the answer to that question. And the third reason, which is very important for you as a founder, for you as an entrepreneur, is it sets you in the right mindset in order for you to focus on your customer, not on you getting an answer, but rather on your customer's problem itself. Many times when we're talking and having interviews, the easier the question that we're asking, the more we tend to prepare an answer in our mind. We prepare to give them options for that answer. But a question like switching a question from why to what made you do that, it already shifts you as well towards the customer towards the person that you're talking to, towards their problem, and not only towards answers that you might have them in your mind. So just to recap, 3 important reasons for you to switch from asking why into asking what made that happen to you or something like that is 3 main reasons are: the first one, make them open instead of closing up and feel attacked. The second one is already focus them towards identifying a problem and already make them bring them ideas about the problem. You're setting them on the right path. And the third one, you are keeping an open mind, a focused mind on them rather than your answers in your mind. I hope that this helps. Go put that into practice. Talk to your family, talk to people around you, maybe go directly and talk to your customers, but test this out and let me know what the results are going to be. Feel free to post into comments. Aristotle here from GoStartup.io. If you have any questions about how to run customer interviews or how to interact with your customer or what kind of questions to ask them, feel free to book a call. You're going to see a link under this video, and book a call with me, and we're going to look at what your needs are and whether there's any good fit and there's any way for us to help you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.